Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all my blessed beloveds out there. You're watching Living and Thriving with Rustie, and I'm Rustie. I am great. How are you, and how are you holding up in Chicago?
I'm doing pretty well. Honestly, the change in weather has made it a little bit more bearable because it was so hot here at one point. With everything else, it wasn't enjoyable to like take a stroll and to be outside, etc. So it's good.
Yeah, I think it's been really hard, especially down here. We've had a very long summer, and
Oh, I'm
the
sure.
humidity, on top of wearing the mask, on top of, the attitudes
Oh,
that have been happening in public.
oh gosh, isn't that the worst? It's like I get it. I'm pro mask, but
Well, here in Charlotte County, we actually have a mask mandate where you're required to wear a mask. And I would say probably about 70% of the people don't. And I'm sitting there going, okay, well, the smart people stay home, I guess.
I guess so, right? Oy vey. Yeah.
So, who are you? What do you do? And what inspires you to be you so that we can let all the new people know who you
Yes.
are? Because this is your second time on the show. And I just think you're adorable. So, I had to invite you back.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. We have such a good vibe, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
do.
eating it up right now. So my name is Davina Ware, and I am a career coach. I help people to find careers on purpose. And what inspired me really is just my own experience of wading through the very sharky waters that is job search, that is looking for my purpose, that is deciding, should I just quit and move to the Caribbean somewhere
Oh, I'm
and
with you on that
work?
one. We can be
I
neighbors.
know, right?
I get the
And work at a
Caribbean.
resort or what? I know. So yeah, totally.
So one of the things that because this is going to air a lot later than we actually recorded, and there's an intention behind that. There's always mystery behind what I do, um, but everybody figures it out afterwards, right?
Got it.
My
Love.
goal for 2021 is to set up my quarters as I do the radio show, the podcast, my blogs, all that stuff in a synchronicity. So this year, the first quarter was about rebuilding yourself, getting over your fears, that sort of thing. Second quarter was how to recreate the love of your life, the job of your dreams. And right now, I'm talking about planning, planning the future, not too
Oh
much
yeah.
because we all know that shit happens.
Yep.
But as a career coach, what kinds of things could people start doing now between now and January to set themselves up for something that makes them happy?
Good question. I would say the first thing is take inventory of where you are. And even though I'm a career coach and I specifically help people with career transitioning, there is an argument sometimes to stay where you are. And often people like, of course, in employment, if you're unemployed, that's a different story. But oftentimes people are so quick to get out of the little areas, the little opportunities that could make this a really great place to work or a really great place to be. So in light of everything that's going on and moving around and all of these transitions that are not in our control, before we decide to jump, out of the frying pan and into the boiling pot, I'm sure I said that wrong, but take inventory. What's going on right now? Is there something that you could be doing to improve your situation? Is there a stone that's not been overturned? Is there a department that may have better use of your skills? Or is there a project that's just been waiting for you to apply your knowledge, experience, and exposure to it? So first, I would say people need to exhaust everything, take everything from where they are right now. And when they have fully vetted it, to say, okay, my time here is done. that should be the statement that starts your transition, and not, I'm uncomfortable, I want to get out of here.
I wonder if this would be for those individuals who are struggling to find employment or are hesitant to go out into public because of the current issues that we're having. I'm wondering if this is a great time to start a vocational school or online schooling to increase a skill set that maybe you didn't originally have time to do.
Oh my goodness, yes, please. This is a great time to do that, especially because we're going to start getting into the winter months, and here in Chicago, that is like shut in. And so they won't be out as much as they are now. So outside eating, there is no outside eating in a polar vortex. So we'll be spending more time at home. We might as well make that worth our while. So definitely determine if it's time for you to level up your skill set before you even get back out there in the job search arena. So if that's a certificate, honestly, if that's getting a mentor to help walk you through some potholes that maybe you've walked through in the past, or to get a whole nother degree. I know several people that have said, you know what, I've been putting this off for a while. If I'm going to do it, now is the great time for me to explore finding another degree program. So yes, with the capital yes.
That's yes, sis. Let's do this.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's just right now is a great opportunity for people to, you know, really take inventory on their priorities as well. I'm a full-time single mom and I'm all about the hustle. I've just in this period, I've written 3 books. And so,
oh my goodness, you're amazing.
It's just, I mean, they're ebooks. They're not, 500 pages or anything fancy, but the point is that's my inventory. I took inventory of what am I going to do in this time to plant the seeds for my future.
Yes.
And
yes.
And part of that is just getting good with the fact that things are changing in such a dramatic way, and you have to be malleable. You have to be flexible and accept the fact that it's not going to be the way it used to be. Move on.
Oh my gosh, yes. No more crying over spilled milk. It's not going to do anything for you. Shift your energy. That's the other thing I've been telling people. Shift your energy. The news is what's going to be on the news. If you feel like you need to watch it, I guess take from it the nugget that you need, but just you have to move and shift. The world is moving around us at like you said, a dramatically and rapid pace. So we have to find our new way, or like everyone is saying, our new normal. I don't even like saying that because there is no normal at this point. There's just the new. So instead of trying to hold on to our sense of security, because I think it's security when we say normal, I just say it's everyone now has been commissioned to step into the new thing, whether by force or you can be proactive about it. There are people that are being dragged into the newness that's happening right now, and they're getting beat up in the process, getting beat up mentally, spiritually, everything. It's very reactionary. But for those that are like, nope, okay, this is the new thing, great, let me roll with it, or let me get ahead of it, those are the people that are thriving right now.
Well, and I think it's fun. I was messaging with a friend actually who I met doing these interviews. So it's fun, the relationships you make doing this. I'm just,
yes,
I love most of you, like 99% of you.
Okay, that's a good percentage.
There was one I had to cut short. But so he's in Australia, he's a musician, and I don't normally have musicians on my show, but his story was really compelling. And he texted me yesterday, and we were just going back and forth. I guess they're getting ready for another lockdown and yada, yada. And I said, from this, we have to understand that we're growing a new spine, we're evolving.
Yeah.
And there was a time period where we were being chased by dinosaurs.
I was just thinking that. I swear I was.
But
Yes.
you know, like we were being chased by dinosaurs, and look, we're building buildings now, and great technology. So we'll get through this, and it's whether or not we get through it with a smile and determination,
Mm-hmm.
or if we sit like obstinate children crossing our arms going, I'm not wearing a mask, it's not right, and causing another year of this. If everybody
Oh, yes.
freaking 14 days versus another 6 months, come on guys, like
I know.
no brainer.
I know. It's like, come on, man. Don't be part of the problem. I remember when we went on lockdown here in Chicago, like the rest of Illinois were just like spoiled brats. No, we're not going to lock down. Open up our stores. And now, of course, those are the counties that are seeing the highest spikes. Like if we would have just listened and sat down for a second, it's fine. Take a rest. Then I don't think it would have been prolonged to this degree. But of course, we can't control people. So yeah, just get out in front of it and be responsible. Be responsible. Do your part. I saw a quote that said, "Service is the rent you pay for being on Earth."
I like that.
Yeah, I
I
was like,
like that a lot.
that's good. And I have no clue who said it, but being responsible to what's going on around you, doing your part, I think is the same thing. And whether your part is to increase your skills, whether your part is to encourage someone, or whether your part is to not go to a party, we have to take responsibility right now. We have to. It's non-negotiable. I've heard so many stories of people that went to a graduation party or went to a birthday party or a wedding, and dozens of people have the virus and some of them have died. Irresponsible and unacceptable. So I beat up on people a little bit. Like we've done the, you know, woo woo woo, holding people and being like, it's gonna be okay. All right, enough of that. Everybody's got to do their part.
Some days I wish it was dinosaurs chasing us still, because at least people would really actually do their part.
I know, right?
Not translucent.
Right? Because then it's like, you got to do something, right? But because this is the invisible, thing that's chasing us. I feel like some people still don't take it seriously, but I implore people to, we're adults, and some of us that aren't adults, we get it. Like this is common sense. Just do your part. And I also tell people, how do you want to come out of this? Do you want to come out of this being sharpened? Do you want to come out of this, or like when we think about things where if you turn up the heat or you apply pressure, it comes out better, like diamonds or gold that has to be boiled and heated up to this high temperature to remove the impurities. That's what this time can be for you. So are you going to be
saying that
that
we could
person?
be an alchemist?
Yes, we can. It was funny. At one point, I thought I was going to be a chemist in life. And I was like, oh, you don't get to talk to people? I'm looking at these specimens all day. I need to make a shift. But are you going to be the gold that comes out and it's shiny new, like really ready to take on the world? Or are you going to be the piece that they have to throw away? Are you going to be the diamond that did not shine properly because you couldn't go through the pressure? How do you want to come out of this? And I say that to myself, and that's what keeps me going. I mean, there's the freshman 15, now there's the quarantine 15. I'm like, no. And this time I'm going to really hone my habits. So when we're thrown and thrust back out into the world, I'm better for it. It's a win-win situation, I think.
I absolutely agree. This is a great time to get good with yourself, to practice skills. I want to build a tiny house. And
oh gosh,
so I've actually been doing like little basic carpentry builds, and I've screwed some up and I've been successful in other ones, but it's good practice.
Yeah.
Kind of,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I already have my design. I have all of the mental components put together. And so I've been building little couches for the porch and things like that to get a feel for what this tiny house is going to be when I'm in it. And it's been fun, and I realized that some some things you just have to practice before you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this process of learning and discovery, it's exciting because this is a great time because I have plenty of time
Yeah.
to do that. So
Yeah.
whether, if you're a photographer or if you always wanted to be a photographer, this is a great time to hone in on that skill or take a class online. I mean, there's tons of online
So
classes.
many. Yes. A lot of them are free or at a very discounted rate. So yeah, now is the time. I love this for you. I love it.
I already named her too.
Did you?
The Happy
Oh,
Gypsy.
yes. I support that.
Yep.
I support that.
Yeah. So I'm
Um,
excited. I'm excited. It's a learning curve because
yeah.
I've never actually built anything like that before. We built our own house, my ex-husband and I, but because I have a habit of chopping off my finger, true story, he didn't let me do any of the cuts. I could do everything else.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so now I'm having to learn how to do the cuts and I'm going, oh, huh, probably shouldn't have done that much.
Uh-huh. 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 Like you said, the beautiful learning curve. Wow. Okay. But and it's funny you say that. I've been reading articles now because the cities are not bustling
Yeah.
right now. Taking public transportation, the thought of that, it's already germy, right? But now you have people some that wear masks and the people that don't, and then you're in this little car going downtown where there's lots of people. So I know in Chicago, a lot of our office buildings are either still shut down or they're at a reduced capacity. So the cities are struggling right now. And I've noticed that people are now, I don't want to say fleeing the cities because I don't know, it just reminds me of people like screaming and running out of the city. It's not that, but people now are trying to go to a simpler life. People are going back to the country. People are going back to the suburbs. And what a shift, because before all of this, everyone was getting back to the city, getting back to city life. But now it's the reverse.
Well, and
So
I think it's come to a place where there are individuals who are they're just vile and they're proclaiming civil unrest and they're
Mhm.
you know doing things that I can't relate to or understand or
Yeah.
even figure out why you would run around with a mask and a penis on your face. Like, I don't even understand what that rally was about.
Gosh,
I'm
no.
like, I I just, and nobody can explain it to me. Even my Republican friends can't explain to me why these people were running around with penis masks. It's just very bizarre. And I think it's for a lot of city folk who think, that's not illegal yet. They're trying to get out and get into a self-sufficient space where even if there
Yes.
is civil unrest, their families are safe. And that's kind of
Yeah.
that's a scary thing to think about. I mean, we're so smart and we have such unlimited possibilities and opportunities and educational materials, and yet there's still like this primordial primitive brain functioning
Yeah.
that's happening, and those who can are leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. In droves at that.
Yeah.
And I get it because now people are like, I just want peace and rest. How can I get to peace and rest? So I've been seeing more folks that have invested in tiny houses. I've looked at some.
I love it. I have
I do too. I worry about my clothes. Do I have room for my clothes and my shoes? But other than that, I'm totally for it. And to know, yeah, the world is shifting towards something simpler is
Well, as a species, we've always been nomadic. And, you know,
Yep.
back in the cave days, we would travel to find food and
Mm-hmm.
we would travel to find warmth. And as we evolved further and further, we were still traveling, you know,
Right.
and when we stopped traveling, we had a boom in population because, well, people weren't being eaten by dinosaurs anymore.
Right.
You know, we knew what plant to eat and what plant not to eat,
Right.
and we learned how to cook our food. So, you know, the death ratio changed, and so population got larger and larger. And I think somewhere along that evolutionary track, we neglected the mental growth.
Oh,
Trying to be so polite about this.
yeah. Oh, but we did, and it's coming out in some of these things that we were saying where we're like, "What are you doing? This is not
Yeah.
going to solve the problem." Yeah.
My daughter, who's 15, she looked at me the other day and she's like, because we live in an area that's very obstinate, I guess is a way to say it. And it's a beautiful area and I love aspects of it, but you know, it's a very toxic place right now. And
Mm-hmm.
she looked at me and she's like, Mom, I don't remember politics being like this. And again, she's 15, so even 4 years ago, there was still some decorum. And
Yes. Yes.
and we're not there anymore. And it's like poking an angry bear. It's just very bizarre. And out of the few presidents that I've been privileged to vote for, um, it's never been like this. I just feel like I'm in a twilight zone. Just very bizarre.
It is. And I'm so glad you said that word, decorum. And I think people are missing that. People are like, people's desires are being stroked. And it's like, either this person's going to give me my desire or they aren't. Or I've been, locked up or caged up. Like, I want it to be released. And it's like, well, what about some of these other things here? Like, people have thrown that decency, common respect, and humanity, have thrown that in the fire. And it's like, no, I think we still kind of need that. So strange
A little
times.
bit.
Like, to your point, the dinosaurs would be easier. It's like, oh, look out. Okay. Or whatever, I got to spray so he doesn't eat me. It would be a lot easier to swallow than this. Oy vey. So,
So, and wrapping up, because you and I could probably talk for days. That's why I got to
but
get
we can. And that's why I love it.
this damn house built so I can come and trolley my gypsy ass up there. Um, we need to focus on what it is that makes us happy, right? We could use this time to develop our skill set or even
Yeah.
do something new and different, which is
Yes.
always fun, exploring.
Yes.
We need to have decorum. We need to go back to the basics and just be kind. Just simple kindness. That's it.
Simple
Don't,
kindness and respect.
if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. Keep it in your head. That inner voice
Yeah.
is okay. Say it in the car when your windows are up. Make sure your windows are up. Trust me, I made that mistake.
Ooh, I did that on Saturday, actually. It happened. I'm like, oh, well. But right, it's a certain decency and respect. But no, just be a better person. At the end of the day, be a better person. Be patient and do your part. We're all 7 billion people on this continent have a part to play, and it's not, let me be unleashed here and let I want what I want. That's not the way. Is not the way.
You can have what you want in your own space,
There
but
you go.
with other people, respect that we have a variety for a reason. We
Yes.
have seasons for a reason.
Yes. But it's not your job to bulldoze over everyone else to get what you want. It's irresponsible.
No, but you can hug your way to it, I bet.
I miss hugs.
I miss
Oh,
hugs.
yes.
I knew you were a hugger. Me
Yeah.
too.
Oh, gosh. Yes. I
Everything's
love hugging.
yeah.
Ooh, love it. But Yeah, it's you have a space in this world. You matter. The things you care about matter, but you have to be smart and mature in the way that you go about it.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right. So beautiful lady, I hope to talk to you soon. Do not be a stranger. I adore
Yeah.
you. You're just so sweet. Tell us where we can find more information, because I know that some people might actually take our advice and be like, hey, I need to figure out what I want to be when I growed it up. I personally
Yeah.
refuse to grow it up. Um, but for those who want to, go for it. I just want to play for the rest of my life.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah,
Oh
at
my
this
God,
point, I'm
finger paint
like, play,
forever.
it sounds amazing. But yeah, so my website is upwardlypavedpath.com. There's lots of blogs there about personal development, spiritual development, of course, career growth and transition. The same with Facebook, it's at Upwardly Paved Path. Same with Instagram, Upwardly Paved on Twitter, and also on YouTube.
YouTube. I don't think I connected with you on YouTube. I'm gonna have to do that today.
Yeah, would you
That'll be
please?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my love. I hope that you have a beautiful holiday, and I hope to talk to you before then. But if not, may Santa bring you lots of fun things like unicorns and
Ooh.
chocolates, and
I
maybe,
was hoping you would say chocolate.
girl, I'm
Chocolate just
a
makes my
chocolate all
world
day.
go round.
Chocolate all day. I don't think I'm ever gonna lose my weight.
I know,
I'm a
I know.
chocoholic.
Same. Kindred spirits.
All right. Bye, sweet girl.
Bye.
You're watching Living and Thriving with Rustie. I'm Rustie. And once again, the universe proves that there are beautiful people on this planet doing beautiful things. And there's more beauty than there is ugly. You've just got to open your eyes, and you have to be able to hang out with cool people like us and talk about dinosaurs and, just regripping. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? What's making you happy right now, and what's pissing you off? The things that are pissing you off, let them go. That's just rubbing the rough off your diamond. That's all that's doing. It's challenging you to be a better version of yourself. And what do I say on the show? Be the best you can be, because today is all you got. Yesterday is gone. You already lost that, so whatever. And tomorrow you're not promised. I'm just saying. So today's a good day. Know that you're loved, know that you're beautiful, and until next time, 2 cookies, not 4. You'll thank me later.